Well, I just uploaded my other video about grief and loss of a pet to YouTube, so it's on there. And coincidentally, after I finished making the video and I was uploading it to YouTube, um, I got a call from the vet. They stay open until like 8 o'clock, so I got a call at 7 o'clock, and I saw that the name of the vet was on my cell phone because I keep it on there where I have taken our animals. And so the lady says, she said, Cinnamon's back. Of course, what she meant was her ashes are back. And this is, a lot of people have a problem or are not comfortable with the thought of cremation or ashes. A long time ago, I thought it was very strange, when more humans started having their relatives cremated, and then they did it to animals. And this is the first time I've ever actually kept the ashes or, requested that I have the ashes back. And so with all our other animals, we just said private cremation. And that's where they, I'll put this as discreetly as possible. And they put their bodies in a very hot furnace until all that's left is like bone matter and ash. And I believe they break it down after they remove it from the furnace and it cools off. I believe they do another process to it too. This is hard to explain, okay? So they break up the rest of the remaining bone matter or whatever's left from the cremation until it's down to like almost an ash-like state. Although when my grandmother passed away and she was buried, she had her dog cremated a few years before she died, but we kept her dog's ashes for some reason, which maybe we could have poured them out, but we kept them. And I've seen dogs' ashes before, and it's mostly kind of a bone matter. It's like it's crushed up and mixed with ash. And so anyway, I was surprised that they called me this late at night. I didn't expect that, but it's kind of late, and my family doesn't like to drive at night, and I don't drive a car. So tomorrow, I'm going to do tomorrow. And so I had this little box. I ordered also this little cedar box with her name on it, the date, the year that she was born, and the year that she died. And so that's going to be hard for me tomorrow to pick that up. And so there's nothing wrong with doing that if that's your choice. Some people choose not to, but because Cinnamon was extra special to me, more than just about any other dog, I decided to go for that. And so tomorrow is going to be a sentimental day, kind of again. I can't really go into it and discuss that in detail anymore because that's really something that is hard for me. And anyway, it's not, people don't understand it because they say, well, she's dead, and that's true. She's dead, and her remains are. People don't understand that if you have a little bit of part of something that is part of them, it is sort of like they're back, even though they're not with you alive. They are, part of them is still there, who they were. So if that's something that's too sensitive for you and you can't do, that's fine. It's just like I couldn't be in the same room when they put my dog to sleep. I waited in another room close by until it was done. And so that was that. I had that taken care of. So, it's different with everybody, the way they want to grieve their pet. They want to keep their remains, and it's not disgusting to me. I mean, in ashes and stuff is not doesn't it's not contaminated. It's completely clean. And if you decide later on to spread them out in the yard or wherever they like to be, you can do that, or you can keep them for a while, or you can keep them indefinitely. And the only thing that I'm personally don't feel comfortable with, that's just me, is some people like to wear things that have their ashes in it and wear it around the neck. That's just not me. I don't need to wear anything. I can keep their mementos like their collar and their quilts that I have on the bed right now, the quilts and stuff. But as far as wearing something with their ashes in it, no, that's not my thing. If I can just have the dogs with the ashes in a little box, they usually put it in a little plastic bag, because I've seen them, in a little cedar box. That's good enough for me. And then put it up on the shelf, and then you can see it when you walk by or something. That's an option. So I just wanted to say that, and it's not for everybody. Sometimes it's a very sensitive subject, but that's what I chose this time, and I don't know if that'll ever be another choice in the future. If I have to forbid, something happened to another animal. When this was different, and Cinnamon was a special dog to me, and you just have to be considerate of others. A true person, friend, will understand you, and so I'm losing my voice here. So anyway, just remember, don't ever let anybody ever tell you that you need to get over it, or you're still grieving that. Why are you still grieving that? It's just a dog. Because it's insulting. It doesn't matter who says it. Even if some big authority figure was to say, you should get over that, that doesn't constitute, or that doesn't make them right. Or, it doesn't matter who says that, they're wrong. Because you grieve in your own way, and you grieve for as long as you can. And it's different with everybody. We can understand each other's pain, but maybe some people grieve harder and longer than others. And I don't know how it's going to be for me. It's only been a week now. But if somebody told me how to grieve, I'd tell them off, and I'd tell them exactly how I felt. Because, I've learned a lot over the years, and I've learned that I don't want to take any garbage from people, because, their garbage is just going to waste their breath and their time that they could be using constructively. And I'm sorry to start sounding negative. I'm just trying to put a word out there that you have the right to feel grief and pain. And nobody can tell you how to feel. It's just like you have human rights. No one can tell you the kind of lifestyle you want to live and this and that. You have free will. You choose what you want to do. And if that's your choice, fine. You can do those things. So the same thing with emotions. And that's your human right to express your emotions. And, just don't suck it up. If you have to let it go, let it go. Who cares what people think? They don't understand. So that's all for now, and maybe I'll work on some other videos, because I'm really excited that my internet is back up to working to more of a normal speed, since I've got it connected more to a cable rather than the stupid DSL stuff that was so rotten. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.